You're watching NASA TV.
Good morning and welcome to Mission Control Houston. I'm Shaniqua Vereen and we are live inside the International Space Station Flight Control Room, where we will be bringing you live coverage today of the 265th Spacewalk in support of International Space Station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. Today's spacewalk will see the 6th iROSA mounted to the existing station solar arrays, the 5th array installed just last week on June 9th by the same duo. The new solar arrays are 60 feet long by 20 feet wide and will shade a little more than half of the original arrays, which are 112 feet by 39 feet wide. Each new iROSA will produce more than 20 kilowatts of electricity, and once all are installed, will enable a 30% increase in power production over the station's current arrays. And again, we did say the duo is ahead of their normal schedule. We currently see the suit-up leads helping out Stephen Bowen get his safer attached. That safer, or that simplified aid for EVA rescue. Again, that's essentially that jetpack the astronauts wear when they perform spacewalks. And again, this is just a precautionary measure in the unlikely event that an astronaut were to become untethered from the space station. That safer would allow the crew member to safely propel themselves back to station. And now with his safer successfully installed, we see Stephen Bowen being led into that crew lock portion of the Quest airlock. You will see his helmet cam once he exits the hatch today. He will be helmet cam number 22. Boeing is designated as EV2, or extravehicular crew member number 2, and he has the suit with no stripes, and he will have helmet cam number 20 today. And right now you see Frank Rubio, who is looking like he is closing the hatch right now between the crew lock and the equipment lock portion of the Quest airlock. See Woody Hoburg in the suit with the red stripes. He is inside that APFR, or that articulating portable foot restraint, on the end of the robotic arm.
Continue.
Behind Woody, you do see Stephen Bowen, the suit with no stripes. He has that pistol grip tool in hand, or that space drill, and he'll be using that today to create torque and release sea bolts.
Our next motion is going to be a journal cast. It's a nadir back-off journal cast of 4.5 minutes.
Sounds great. I'm ready. All right, Eddie. Braking torque. Bravo 3. Counterclockwise 2. Less than half a turn on C12.
Good words.
And that's complete.
Copy, Steve. Stow your PGT and translate to C11, stanchion delta.
All right, translating to C11. Motion.
Copy, good motion.
And again, you're hearing from UAE astronaut Sultan Anayati, who's inside of the International Space Station. He is controlling the CANADARM-2 today with Woody Hoburg, NASA astronaut, at the end. We currently see Stephen Bowen, NASA astronaut, working to release the remaining bolts holding the iROSA on the FSE, or that flight support equipment.
Counterclockwise 2.
Correction, Steve.
2-7 turns. Is that correct?
Bravo 3, counter
Okay.
3.
Bravo 3, counter 3, sorry. And I'm looking for 2-7 turns.
A-firm, you'll be releasing C11 halfway.
All right, C11 halfway. All right, 27 turns on C11.
Copy, 27 turns, C11. You can retrieve the square scoop with the long-duration tie-down tether from the crew lock bag and stow it on your mini workstation. After that, we'll have you back at stanchion alpha.
All right, that's been worked. All right, let's go get it.
Hey, Steve.
Yes?
Watch your bag on the left for the blanket.
The blanket?
Yeah, it's just kind of getting down in there. You're looking good.
Oh, okay.
It's much better now.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. All right, scoop with the key.
And we did have good confirmation that the bolt was released, and Stephen Bowen is now going for that crew lock bag and removing that square scoop.
Good pull tech. Great lock. Writing room ret from the PGT.
Stephen Bowen is now going to stow the prescript tool and install the scoop on the root beam micro square near the C12. bolt.
That's complete. The scoop and long duration tie-down tether is now installed. And I'm going to head over to 11.
Copy. Once you're there, I'll take a glove inspection and hap check, and we'll coordinate with Sultan and Frank.
All right, sounds good. Actually, go get the other scoop and have it ready, all right?
Affirm.
Sounds good, Steve.
We'll bring up the scoop.
Sultan and Frank, I'm ready for that GCA. If grounded, go.
Nodi. We copy, and again, it's going to be a GCA to a published position. We're expecting 1 meter body in.
Go.
And Houston is ready. You can proceed.
Copy. I see it.
And we currently have a great view where NASA astronaut Woody Hoburg has a hold of the iROSA. It has been successfully removed from that FSE, that flight support equipment.
Thanks, Sultan.
Copy, clear of the pen. Motion continues.
Houston copies that we are clear of the grapple tower, including the pin. This is now GCA to a published position. I'm resuming comm with Steve. Steve, your next step is to perform a socket swap.
All right, socket swap to the 2-inch fixed 5/8, correct?
Affirm. We'll stow the 5/8 12-inch on the socket caddy and put that 2-inch, like you say, on your PGT.
All right, that's good work.
One meter to go.
Continue.
Copy, continue.
And again, if you're just joining us, we're doing live coverage of the 265th Spacewalk. This spacewalk is primary goals is to install the iROSA. We currently see NASA astronaut Woody Hoburg holding the iROSA in hand as he's attached to the end of the CANADARM 2.
Okay, remember to yaw iROSA right in 3, 2, 1. Starting motion.
Good motion.
Copy, good motion.
Okay, I have only a adjustable on the outside of crew lock bag T.
Copy, Steve. That's a good config.
All right. I have it facing into the tower, so that should be good.
Looks good to us.
Check, make sure my tether's still going where I think it should. All right, I think I'm going to translate off and go pick up Woody's tether. Is that correct?
Affirm, you'll be translating to the port CETA cart. We'll have you retrieve your green hook first and then retrieve Woody's.
Understand. My green hook first.
Good words. Steve, we see you at Woody's green hook. We recommend that you stow this on your red reel.
Going on my right waist ring.
We have Steve and Woody. We currently see NASA astronauts Steve Bowen and Woody Hoburg have released the iROSA out of the FSC, or that flight support equipment, and Woody Hoburg is currently in movement toward that starboard truss, S6, where he will meet up with Stephen Bowen, where they will install that iROSA for that 1B power channel upgrade. 6, or starboard truss 6 location for that 1B power channel to install the iROSA.
Usually it's my tether that hangs me up. This time it's Woody's.
We have Woody Hoburg at the end of the CANADARM 2. He's locked in with that articulating portable foot restraint. And we see Stephen Bowen translating or moving towards that same area. Again, that work site will be the 6S truss. That's that starboard 6 truss, where they'll be working to install that iROSA for a 1B power channel upgrade. The robotic arm does not reach all the way over to the starboard 6 truss.
008, I remember that handrail.
Affirm, you'll likely be poor man fair leading your tether around it to keep your tether stowed around the perimeter.
I understand that's one of the overhangs.
The new solar array, which was delivered to the space station on the Commercial Resupply Service mission, or CRS-28, on June 5th, will ultimately increase the station's available power by 30%. This will be the 6th iROSA, or third pair, to be completed today.
Fair lead, 2008. All right, now I head across here. I'm at the cable bag. Correct, Jenny?
Affirm, Steve.
All right. I'm at the width. I'm looking at 12. Papa, Foxtrot. And looks like 8.
Those are good settings.
And we see Woody Hoburg in motion at the end of the CANADARM 2. He's been flown from the inside of the International Space Station by UAE astronaut Sultan Anayati. And again, Woody Hoburg is being brought over to meet where Stephen Bowen is currently stationed. He's going to hand off that iROSA to Stephen Bowen.
Steve, can you see iROSA? I can. Good clearance. I'm just trying to get my foot in. Having some difficulty.
Just let me know if we need to pause.
All right, hold on.
Oh yeah, it's looking good.
Okay.
And we are in position hold.
Copy, full time.
I have some difficulty getting into my APFR today.
Copy, Steve. Take your time for everyone's awareness. We just need our checks once you're in the APFR, Steve, so we will hold on the final manual maneuver for the handoff.
Watch your right foot. I'm not sure if it kicked the roll, Steve.
And I'll go check.
Or I guess that's left.
Yeah, let's not make that mistake later, okay?
Yep.
Still looks like 8.
Great.
And foxtrot right there. Let's try this again, see what I'm doing wrong.
Take your time.
And we're currently getting a helmet cam view from Woody Hoburg, EV1. Again, we see him with the iROSA in hand. He is preparing to pass that off to Stephen Bowen. And we see the feet of Stephen Bowen as he is going into his articulating portable foot restraint. And we have switch views. And now have the helmet cam of Stephen Bowen looking out as he sees Woody Hoburg holding the iROSA. Again, we tell that that's Woody Hoburg by the red stripes on his suit.
Copy that you're in the APFR, Steve. Well done. Our checks are to ensure your cooling, visor, and glove heaters are set. We have 45 minutes until eclipse.
All right. My cooling visor and glove heaters are set. Good hat, dry hat, and a good glove inspection. One smudge on there, RTD. Okay.
Copy. Let's ensure your gauntlets are down.
Gauntlets are down on EV2.
Tools and tethers are clear, and your ingress aid is clear.
Tools and tethers are clear, ingress aid is clear.
Can you
Copy.
just punch your bag to the left a little?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good point. Good call.
Looks good.
Thank you. Roll that in a little bit. Yep.
We copy good checks. And finally,
That's good. How's that look, Woody?
Looks great, Steve.
finally, Steve, ensure your heels are secure in the APFR.
And we now have a view from Woody Hoburg's helmet cam, that HECA high definition cam, where he is now looking over at NASA astronaut Stephen Bowen as he now has the iROSA in hand. And I see Woody with the camera in hand, ready to take a couple photos.
And brakes off. And when you're ready, Woody.
I'm ready, so gone.
Right, so this is going to be body out, just reverse the motion that we did, which is 60 centimeters.
That sounds great.
And stopping motion.
Motion.
Good motion. Ramping out.
Copy.
And next is going to be the egress back of joint OCAS. We're expecting 1.5 minutes.
I'm ready.
And with you ready when you are.
Ready.
Starting motion. Command send, starting motion.
Motion.
Navigate motion.
Now 1 hour and 19 minutes into today's spacewalk. We have a few milestones to recap. The duo exited the hatch with the official start time of today's EVA at 7:42 a.m. Central Time. Duo then went over, translated by the CANADARM 2. Woody Hoburg met Stephen Bowen over at the FSE, where they released the iROSA from the pallet that held it. The duo then translated over into the
Right, initiate complete, and brakes are coming on.
Copy. Brakes on. Egressing.
And brakes on. You are go for APFR egress.
Copy. Go. Thanks so far.
Houston copies.
just moved into position and given the go. Woody Hoburg will egress that APFR, that articulating portable foot restraint.
Maneuver. Almost there. It's clear.
Woody, we need you to stow the APFR ingress aid to the boot plate and then GCA if you need to perform your tether swap.
Yeah, copy that, James. Get the ingress aid in just a moment. So that's all right.
Affirm. Short handover.
He just egressed the articulating portable foot restraint that's on the end of the CANADARM 2. He'll be meeting up with NASA astronaut Stephen Bowen, who currently has the iROSA. Again, the duo will be passing off the iROSA from each other to the other until they reach the S6 or starboard 6 truss, where they'll be working to install the iROSA today.
Everybody gets out of your tether config call. We break that.
Yep, I've got my green hook down, gate closed, locked on lock. Correction, gate closed, locked, black on black to my red reel. Picking up my yellow hook.
Houston's following along.
Yellow hook, gate closed, lock, black on black to green rail, both reels unlocked.
Good.
That completes a good tether path.
Good config.
Thanks, James.
We need that ingress aid stowed to the boot plate, and then you'll be putting your green hook back on handrail 2140.
Yep, copy.
Where he's been manually turned by Woody Hoburg.
All right, very nice.
Again, with the iROSA in hand, the duo will do a leapfrog maneuver. Once Stephen Bowen is in place, Woody will translate to the right location and take control of the iROSA, and the duo will do this a few times as the iROSA and the crew head towards the starboard 6 or S6 truss, where they'll be installing the iROSA for the 1B power channel upgrade.
You getting close?
Should be pretty close.
Yeah, Steve, that's a yaw of 3. To me, that looks good compared to a yaw of 2.
I'll take it. It looks good. Looks like you'll have room over there.
Yeah, okay. Great, you're back locked in.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, Houston copies. We are
Woody, the arm
at,
in motion soon.
we copy. We are at a yaw of 3. Woody, we need you to ensure that Steve's safety tether is clear for his eventual APFR egress, and we also need you to poor man's fair lead your tether such that it's under the APFR, so on the base handrail.
Hey, yep, Steve's tether is looking great. It's headed directly station aft.
Perfect.
And my tether will be meanest of that and fair led under the APFR.
Copy.
Like Jenny said.
Great job, both of you. Woody, translate outboard. We want you at the at handrail 2060, and you will be placing a rich man's fair lead on the mod kit right lower strut handrail or on S6. We just need it to be clear of the APFR.
Okay, 2060 for the fair lead or on the mod kit.
Affirm. And this is a rich man's fair lead.
Okay, thanks.
Suits where it covers their arm plate and where their hands
Copy.
attach.
For your checks, we need your cooling, visor, and glove heaters set. We have 21 minutes of insulation.
Hey, Jenny, I'm still at a TCV of 4, visor down, glove heaters on, and gauntlets are down.
Copy. Ensure tools and tethers are clear and your ingress aid is clear.
Tools and tethers are clear. Tethers heading back down to the fair lead. Ingress aid is clear.
Copy. Ensure heels secure in the APFR.
Filter secure.
All right. We see you have a RET on the scoop in your right hand. We also need one on the long duration tie down tether.
Can work. All right, I got 2 rets down, 1 each side.
All right, copy.
Steve, I have iROSA.
You have iROSA, I'm going to take my ret, connect it to the adjustable, then remove the ball studs.
Sounds great.
Good word, Steve.
And you just heard confirmation from NASA astronaut Woody Hoburg. He has now taken control over the iROSA from Stephen Bowen.
Great. I've got it. Yep. Copy. One off. Copy. What's the other one? Okay. Yeah, off and clear. Looks great. I've got it. All right. Let me.
Copy all. Steve, egress the APFR.
This work.
The iROSA will be lined up with the mounting bracket.
Good. More to go. How's the position? F6. How's that look? Let's see, looking. Did we... So I'm pretty far from the mounting bracket right now. Right? It looks like the right angle in yaw.
Earlier, the duo did confirm to soft capture for the iROSA. Right now, we'll see them move around and reposition themselves to the right side of the mounting bracket for the unfolding to begin for the iROSA.
Warning, pinch point, keep clear of rotating iROSA. With that, Steve, you can slowly pivot iROSA to the unfolded position, and Woody, engage the right side alignment guide and slot.
Copy. Unfolding. See it. Looking good. Keeping everything out, looking pretty. Mounting plate is clear. Oh, those caps just got in there. I see them. They're staying on the... Hey, stop unfold. Let me just make sure these stay out of the way. There we go. It's off in my way again. Okay. Here you go. You're here. You're clear. Copy. Copy R8, same setting. Alpha 1 clockwise 2 is set.
Good words. Steve, now that you have stowed those MUT end effectors in the cable bag, we'll have you translate back out to the mod kit and more steps for you shortly. Woody, I have more big picture words for you as well.
Hey, James. Trying to get eyes on whip 3. And is it on swing arm 3, James? Do you know?
Hey, from Woody, that's it.
Okay, that's it. Copy. All right, James, I'm ready for APFR clocking and big picture words.
Clocking of 12. And when you install this APFR, we'll take your checks and we'll also have you adjust the MLI on the ingress aid. Best effort. We know that these are tough, but try and get the metal covered up as best you can, please.
And we have our live video views back after we translated our data stream to in between satellites as the International Space Station orbits the Earth. NASA astronaut Woody Hoburg just conducted a glove, gauntlet, and HAP check. HAP is a helmet absorption pad This is in the back of the helmet. The crew uses this to determine if there's any excess water in their helmet. All things looked good for Woody, and he is now...
Three twists on two parts of that. This slack is picked up pretty well, just the bundle here.
Stand by 1, Woody.
Up, gotta hit the wiggle. Wiggle this way.
Copy, we see it. Well done.
And with those restraint bolts released, you can see the solar array begin to unroll. It is aided by those magnets that snap together. This is the helmet camera view from NASA astronaut Steve Bowen. It will take about 12 minutes for the solar array to completely unfurl. A beautiful view with the Earth below. The International Space Station is approaching the coast of Hawaii.
There's 5 magnets on my side are faded.
Copy, Steve. We see that in your HECA as well. Thank you.
NASA astronaut Steve Bowen confirming that he sees those magnets have properly engaged, with another confirmation from the flight control team here in Houston. He is going to remain in that position to keep a good visual on the solar array as it rolls out. About 2 years from the first iROSA unrolling is the 6th iROSA unrolling. Again, that first iROSA or International Space Station rollout solar array was installed on June 16th of 2021.
Go.
Jenny, there's some white rectangles that pop out in the center of iROSA as it's rolling out, and it looks like maybe the 5th one up, the right-hand side one, did not fully pop over. Should be able to see it in my HECA.
Copy, Woody. We are getting
Right up the middle of iROSA.
We are getting eyes on that. We appreciate the report. Would you be able to get a picture on your camera as well?
Of course.
Thank you. Woody and Steve, we're about halfway through deploy. We'll let you know when we can get moving again after deploy is complete.
Great, Jenny.
After the solar array is deployed, the team will then proceed to tension it or make it be pulled tight. You can see the view here of a size comparison between the new solar array with the legacy array. When unrolled, the International Space Station rollout solar array, the new one, will be 60 feet long by 20 feet wide, and the legacy ones are 112 feet long and 39 feet wide. To the left is the SSRMS, or the Space Station Remote Manipulator System, also known as the CANADARM-2. It is a contribution from the Canadian Space Agency. It helps move supplies, equipment, and even astronauts during spacewalks like the one today. It is over 57 feet long when it is fully extended.
All right, Woody and Steve, we have about 2 minutes left of deploy, and I have big picture words ready for both of you.
Great, ready to copy.
Woody, you will be completing the tensioner bolt release and then doing work site cleanup pretty much as written in the procedure. We'll have you get crew lock bag M, and then you'll be translating inboard, picking up your green hook along the way, and then working with SSRMS to retrieve the APFR. Following that, we'll have more information. Steve, you ready?
I'm ready to copy.
Steve, for you, following deploy, you are going to pick up the cable bag and put it on your BRT. You'll translate inboard, picking up your green hook on the way, and then we will have you at the CETA cart bundling that bag to crew lock bag T.
Understand.
BRT stands for Body Restraint Tether.
Or close to it, we'll have words on get-aheads.
Sounds good.
The 6th International Space Station solar array is completing.
Maybe I didn't notice it on the last deploy, but as we got to the end there, I noticed what looked like, it looked similar to me to what I saw when tensioning occurred on the last one.
20 to go.
Okay, you can hold position there.
Hold position.
Baton, that looks great. CA complete.
Copy, GCA complete, brakes are coming on, and you are go for APFR removal.
Copy, go, thanks.
Woody, you'll be bundling crew lock bag M to the APFR and then stowing that bundle on your BRT.
Copy, Jenny, thanks.
Steve, you can ingress the airlock and hook up a waist tether to the airlock internal D-ring or extender.
And Steve, I've already got that double waist tether down for myself. Excellent.
And your waist tether D-ring extender. Great.
The 265th spacewalk in support of the International Space Station's assembly, maintenance, and upgrades is complete. This was the 8th spacewalk out of the International Space Station this year and the 6th for the Expedition 69 crew. Cumulatively, all spacewalks in support of the International Space Station have now totaled 1,683 hours and 27 minutes. That's equivalent to about 70 days, 3 hours and 27 minutes of straight spacewalking. Today's spacewalk was the second of NASA astronaut Woody Hoburg's career. He has now accumulated 11 hours and 38 minutes of spacewalking. It was the 10th spacewalk of NASA astronaut Steve Bowen's career. He has now accumulated a total of 65 hours and 57 minutes of spacewalking.
Airlock for step 4.
This has put him as the third all-time aggregate of spacewalking time. NASA astronaut Steve Bowen is safely secured to the side of the equipment lock. He is waiting on now his crewmate, NASA astronaut Woody Hoburg, to be retrieved from the crew lock. He is being pulled now into the equipment lock. Both the equipment lock and the crew lock are a part of the airlock. They are in the Quest airlock. The other airlock on board the International Space Station is called the Poisk airlock. That safer unit is being removed from NASA astronaut Woody Hoburg. NASA astronaut Frank Rubio making sure that Woody Hoburg is secure on that equipment lock wall.